The Harry Potter series by J.K. Rowling is one of the most beloved book series of all time. When the first book was published in 1997, it sparked a worldwide phenomenon that would continue for over a decade. The book series was adapted into a film series, directed by Chris Columbus and others, that also captured the hearts of fans around the world. In this video, we will compare the Harry Potter book series to its film adaptation and answer the question, which version is better? Let's start with the first topic. How faithful was the adaptation to the original book? Overall, the films were relatively faithful to the books, especially the first two films directed by Chris Columbus. However, as the series went on and the books became longer and more complex, the films had to make some cuts and changes to fit everything into a reasonable running time. For example, in the first book, we learn about the backstory of Nicholas Flamel and the Philosopher's Stone.
Of course! Here it is! Nicholas Flamel is the only known maker of the Sorcerer's Stone.
The what?
However, in the film adaptation, this is explained very briefly and is not explored in detail. Similarly, in The Goblet of Fire, some of the details of the Triwizard Tournament are left out of the film. While these changes may have been necessary, they do take away some of the richness and depth of the books. Moving on to the next topic, did the adaptation capture the tone and themes of the book? Overall, the films did a good job of capturing the magic and wonder of the Harry Potter universe. However, some fans felt that the later films became darker and more serious than the books, and that some of the humor and lightness was lost in the translation to film. Another factor that can impact the tone and themes of an adaptation is the performances of the actors. Overall, the cast of the Harry Potter films did a fantastic job of bringing their characters to life. However, there were a few instances where fans felt that the actors did not match their mental image of the characters from the books. For example, some fans felt that Emma Watson was too pretty to play the plain-looking Hermione Granger, while others felt that Michael Gambon did not capture the quiet intensity of Dumbledore as well as Richard Harris did.
But you know, happiness can be found even in the darkest of times, if one only remembers to turn on the light.
But it wasn't all negative. The films also added some new and interesting things to the story that weren't in the books. For example, in the Deathly Hallows Part 2, we get to see Neville Longbottom's epic moment where he stands up to Voldemort.
But you will, because you're wrong. Harry's heart did beat for us. For all of us. It's not over!
This was not in the book, but it was a great addition to the film and showed how even minor characters can have important roles to play. So, which version do I prefer, the books or the films? Well, that's a tough question. As a book lover, I have to say that I prefer the books overall. There is just so much depth and richness to the world of Harry Potter that can't be captured in a film. However, I do appreciate the films for bringing the story to life in a visual way and for introducing a whole new generation to the world of Harry Potter.
Difficult, very difficult. Plenty of courage, I see. Not a bad mind either. There's talent. Oh, yes.
Whether you prefer the books or the films, there is no denying that the Harry Potter universe is one that will continue to captivate and inspire people of all ages for years to come. And who knows? Maybe one day we'll get a TV series adaptation that will do an even better job of capturing the magic of the books. Until then, we'll just have to keep rereading the books and rewatching the films to get our Harry Potter fix. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel for more content like this. And as always, leave your thoughts and comments down below. Did you prefer the Harry Potter books or films, and why? We'd love to hear from you. Thanks again, and we'll see you in the next video.
Good luck, Harry Potter.